Penguin Random House Audio presents On Sunset, a Memoir by Kathryn Harrison, read for you by Rebecca Lowman. For darkness restores what light cannot repair. Joseph Brodsky. It's hard to get me to fall asleep. It wouldn't be if I weren't kept on a Victorian nursery schedule that delivers me to bed before the sun goes down. To object that no child goes to bed at 7 o'clock, not in the 4th grade, would only bolster my grandmother's resolve to do whatever possible to shield me from the pernicious influence of American children. Never mind that we live in Los Angeles and that I was born in 1961. My childhood belongs to my mother's parents, who, in the way of old people, have returned themselves to their pasts, taking me along. Because my grandfather's widowed mother had been destitute, she couldn't afford philosophies of child-rearing. Her attention was fixed on just feeding her 4 children, of whom my grandfather was the youngest. So it is my grandmother's early years, insulated by vast wealth and managed by nursemaids and governesses, that determine the course of first my mother's and then my own childhood. There's no money to employ a governess, not any more, but my grandmother is tyrant enough. I curtsy when introduced to adults. I endure mustard plasters, cod liver oil, and other torments generally imagined to be reserved for children left behind in a previous century. I am not allowed chewing gum, carbonated beverages, nail varnish, or to go to bed with damp hair. Peanut butter does not exist. I don't know what Love American Style is, or why it in particular among television programs other children talk about has earned my grandmother's opprobrium. I'd trade Christmas and a birthday for permission to watch The Brady Bunch, episodes of which I've seen at other children's homes and recognized as a valuable resource, answering my curiosity about drive-in movies, blue jeans, and other contemporary American blunders, like Twinkies that remain out of reach. In sunny Southern California, no day achieves a temperature that frees me from wearing a cotton vest under my school uniform blouse. If such things could be procured, I'd be forced to use a hook to button my shoes and a stick to chase my hula hoop. As my grandmother is not one to negotiate, there is nothing to be done about bedtime, except to keep my grandfather beside me. If he tries to kiss me good night before I am asleep, I get up and follow him out of my room. It doesn't matter that I can unspool his life in my head, tell myself every story. All that matters is keeping him by my side. Say your father's name. You know my father's name, but I like to hear you say it. Emmanuel. Emmanuel. I make the words silently, feeling how the M draws my lips to meet and briefly touch. Emmanuel means angel, I say. Emmanuel means God is with us. He loved to run, my father did. Loved to try to outpace the coaches, horse-drawn coaches going from London to Brighton and places. Why did he? For the fun of it, that's all. You didn't know your father? No, he died when I was 9 months old. A very handsome man, they told me. Uncommonly tall for a man born in 1861. So my mother, how tall? 6 feet 4 inches. My grandfather is tall, too. Black and white photographs of him as a young man don't show his blue eyes. But he was handsome, his countenance untroubled by the hardships he'd endured, the thousands of penniless miles he'd traveled. Isn't an angel of God talking to you? I ask. He sits by my bed with a hand cupped behind his better ear as if to catch and funnel words into its dark canal. Is that what the Sunday school teacher says? No. Christian Science doesn't have angels. Only science and health with key to the scriptures and a chalky blue pencil for underlining the important parts. So my mother's parents loaned her what she
Sample complete. Ready to continue?